I am going to walk you through Seint Makeup, and we're going to do it step by step. So each tiny little mini video is going to be each step broken down separately. So this is my Seint Makeup, and these are the 6 steps I'm going to be breaking down for you. So part of the thing that makes Seint Makeup different is that we basically use 4 different colors to build a 3D face. So you have your brightening highlight, which is the lighter one. It's going to give like brightening accents towards the middle of your face and be your concealer. Then we have the main highlight, a little bit darker. That's going to be like your foundation color. Then we have the contour, which is going to add shadows and help sculpt your face. Then the bronzer, I recommend it for nearly everyone. Bronzer adds life. It adds warmth and youthfulness to your face. And even gals who are cool toned can wear a bronzer. We have 4 or 5 different ones. As we get older, we lose a lot of warmth to our face, and bringing that back, even if you have silver hair, adds so much life and youthfulness to your face. It makes such a difference. And then illuminator, which is kind of like the cherry on top. It's that extra glow that you'll see celebrities or people have, that little bit of extra highlight. And then the lip and cheek color, it doubles for both. And so I'm going to show you how to use each of these. So this first video is going to be about the main highlight. It's the darker one. I'll show you the brightening highlight in step 2. So main highlight is like your foundation, but the reason we don't call it foundation is because unlike traditional foundation that go all over your face in an entire layer, you don't have to put the cream everywhere. Our creams are made of beeswax and lanolin and paraffin, things that are commonly found in skincare lines. And so it's more condensed and you don't have to put it everywhere. If I'm working on a teen's face and doing a glow up and she just has redness around the nose, between the brows, and maybe some acne on her cheeks, then I will cover those areas. But her skin is perfect, and so I don't have to cover the entire face. You can, but the great thing about cream makeup is that it's really buildable. You can have a really light coverage, or you can build it to be a heavier coverage, and it doesn't have to be a mask that goes everywhere. You just put it where you need it. So with traditional foundations, it's a very flat 2D look. It's like a sheet of paper. You put one color all over your face and it's just a really flat 2D effect. And when we build your face with the 4 cream colors, we add lights and shadows into your face. Just as if you were going to paint a portrait or an apple, you would add in shadows along the edges and along the edges of the features, and you would add light accents in the center, because if you didn't, the portrait or the apple would be very flat. And that same thing is true for your face. Adding in the lights and the shadows can really chisel and sculpt your face. It can slim it. It helps to hide the things that you don't like and bring out the things that you do and kind of accentuate your features. It does all of the good things. It's like a little bit of magic. You can do these in any order you want. There is no wrong way. It's cream, and so it's all going to blend out like butter, and it's going to be beautiful regardless. So I like starting with the main highlight, with the foundation color. And I'm going to show you how little I use, because pro tip is that the most common problem that people have when they're starting with Seint Makeup is that they use far too much. And so just a little dab, and I didn't even use all of that. We're used to often liquid foundations, which are already thinned out and watered down, and creams are already very condensed. And so a little bit goes a long way. And then as it melts into your skin, it's going to spread out even farther. So I'm going to use the blush and bronzer brush because this is my favorite one for my skin. When I color match you, depending on your concerns, on your issues, on the condition of your skin, what we need to cover, what kind of coverage we want, I'm going to prescribe the exact brush that would be perfect for your skin. But this is the one I'm going to use today. So for the main highlight, or foundation color, I'm mainly going to put it on the center of my face. Most of us have most of the redness and the discoloration on the center of our face. Sometimes if you have rosacea or something going on, you may have it a little bit out onto your cheeks, which is fine. You can put this anywhere and it gives great coverage. But I'm going to start in my chin area. My coloring isn't too bad today, but some days I get a lot more red in this area. I get, like most people, red around my nose. And if you'll notice, I'm putting such a little amount on that I can't see it or feel it, even in person. And it's just enough. The purpose isn't to cover my skin or to create a mask. The purpose is to just camouflage the things that I don't want showing, and then to even out my skin tones. So we have a blank, even canvas. So we don't have distractions standing out, spots or veins or the discolorations, the blue and purple and green undertones, and we're just kind of giving an even canvas to work with. So I'm putting it really light along my forehead. I put it out into my cheeks a little bit. I'm slowly grabbing more when I need it, but I just put it on my brush really, really lightly. And again, when I'm putting it on my face, I like to put it on so lightly that you can't even really see it. Now, if you are someone who has rosacea, then you may need to go heavier. If you have a lot of sun damage, I have sun damage too, but if you have even more, you may need to go heavier, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the great thing is, if you need heavy coverage in one area but lighter in another, you can have that variation depending on what you need on the different parts of your face. It's not going to be a liquid that coats and covers everything completely. And so you can put this on with stripes or dots. You can paint it on your skin with your finger first and then blend it out with a brush. You can even blend it out with your fingers, but you're going to get the most airbrush coverage with a brush. And so I'm just making sure everything's blended really well. I can't feel it. Even my clients who didn't wear makeup before and are wearing Seint now, they have all commented that they can't feel it either. And that's the way it's supposed to be. It's really, really light. I usually do a final blend at the end of my makeup because it's kind of like butter. And so as the cream melts into your skin, you may need to do a final blend with it. And I just kind of circle and buff and polish it onto my skin. If you have a lot of texture or a lot more to cover, you may want to use more of a stippling motion. So that's step one. Even canvas covered anything that I didn't want to show. My skin still shines through. I've got a little bit of a glow. So that's step one, main highlight, and I'll be coming back for step two for the brightening highlight.